Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we are going to start a new brand series called YouTube Clone. Throughout this series, we are going to achieve this UI. So we are going to build a video streaming platform similar to YouTube. Now, I I I walk you through my project, a full stack project, so you can understand what you can expect and what we can build throughout this our series. So this is my home page. This is my home page. If you click on, this is the header. If you click on this menu bar, so it's open up the side nav bar. It opens side nav bar, and yeah, you can hover on it. If you click on it again, it collapses the side nav bar, and if you hover on it, so you can see the explore, the library, the profile. This is the home page, and if I see you a mobile version, so you can see it's so responsive, right? So yeah, this is a phone version screen, and this is a bottom nav bar. So this is a home, explore, library, profile, and now you can see the icon login because I'm not logged in on this project. So, and this is the explore page. So this is the content, and you can see this is the pagination. So we have next page. So every page we are getting 8 videos. So if you click on it next page, so there is a 2 content. Okay. So this is the home page. Sorry, this is the explore page. And if you can search anything. So let's say I search 300 rejection, 300. Let's say 300 just. So you can see this content. Now also this is the result page. If there is a more than 8 content, so you can see other next page, right? How cool it is. And also from here you can search. So this is the explore page, and this is the library page, and also this is the profile page. So if you click on it here, so it navigates you to login. So this is the login page, and this is the sign up page. So I already have an account, so I'm not going to create account, but I want to show you how you can log in. So let's say I want to sign up this. I think I have this account, user Matt. So I have to put password and then login. Yeah, now back to home page, and you can see there is a icon, user Matt, and if you click on it, you can see profile and logout. So click on it. This is the profile, guys. You can see how cool it is, right? And yeah, it's a edit profile. So you can edit your profile. You can back to the profile. You can log out. You can delete, and you can upload your content. Right? So yeah, and this is the profile page, and this is the library page. So whatever video you like, whatever video you saved, all the things is saved or stored on this library. Okay, this is the library page. And one more thing, if you click on any video from anywhere, it redirect you to the playing page, so you can listen, you can watch the video. So let's say if I click on it, I want to show you some video. Let's say this video.
Give the mic to somebody.
Do you believe in Jesus Christ?
So you can like, you can save, you can comment. So let's say I want to comment. Let's say hi. So yeah, instantly you can get a message and your comment show below the right. And
Give the mic to somebody.
Do you
Let's go.
believe? Do you believe in Jesus Christ?
volume, you can reduce the volume.
Jesus Christ.
Who's talking?
Me.
Yeah.
Me. How you doing, boss? Back right. You're making me want to run through a wall, my man.
You know what, dude? Do I believe in Jesus?
You can skip 10 seconds.
Check it out, dude. I, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Jesus Christ. Okay?
So this is the you know video player page. Okay, so far we understand what you can expect throughout this series. Okay, so yeah, this is the home page, explore, and we are going to achieve everything from scratch. So now we are in VS Code, whatever editor you can use. So I'm gonna use throughout this series VS Code. And first off we have to set up our project, because we are building this project with help of MERN Stack. Okay, so first I will work on backend side, then frontend side. So we have to set up MongoDB, Cloudinary. These two things are very essential, because all the audios and all the videos and image are gonna be stored on those platforms, right? So yeah, so this is the MongoDB website, like Atlas. So I already created my account, so you can check out and you can create. And I also create a project, but for you I also create another project for show you how you can create. So let's say I name it YouTube clone 1, and then create, and then you have to paste create project. Take times, don't worry. And now you have to create a cluster. So you have to create here, click, and then you have to select free version, because it's a just practice project. And yeah, so then you have to you have to create deployment. Once it's done, it redirect to the yeah. So this is your password. Okay, this is your password, and you have to copy it. Or then you can create the data, and you have to choose a connection method, and then you have to select driver, and then this is your URL. Okay, so you have to copy and then paste, and done. So your MongoDB is set up, right? And you have to paste in env file. So your MongoDB is done. Okay, now let's go to Cloudinary. This is the Cloudinary image, and it's very popular page. So if you don't have account, please create account, sign up for free. But I have account, so just I will log in, and yeah. This is the Cloudinary page. Okay, this is the Cloudinary page. So on home you can see a dashboard. So this is your cloud name. You have to copy, right? And if you go to the API key, you have to copy your API key. So you have to copy your cloud name, okay, and also your API key and API secret. So I I already did, and it's your time. So all the things you have to copy, and then you have to paste in env file. So this is my env file. I can blur, okay, and yeah. So you have to MongoDB, JW secret, Cloudinary, cloud name, and Cloudinary API key, Cloudinary API secret. So once you do that, then your MongoDB and Cloudinary integration is complete. But now you have to connect with this. So this is my under inside YouTube folder we have backend client. As I told you, first I'm gonna work on backend. So this is my folder structure. This is a config, controllers, helper, middleware, models, and routes, then app dot, then index.js. So I have already code set up. Just I'm gonna walk you through line by line, because I think if I typing, so it takes more time. So rather I can explain to you line by line. And first, this is the config folder. Inside config folder we have three things: Cloudinary, MongoDB, multi storage. Okay, but before explain that, I want to show you what you can install. So we have to install this dependency. First, bcrypt.js, because we are using bcrypt.js to hash the password, and then Cloudinary, cookie parser, course.env, Express, JSON web token, Mongoose, Malter, NodeMon. So you have to use these things. Don't worry, I provide the code source free of cost on description, so you can check out. So this is the package.js, JSON, and now we have to work with these three files. First, Cloudinary. So guys, as I told you, all the API key and cloud name we set up on environment variable folder, and now it's time to connect, right? So this is the import, and yeah, we import Cloudinary v2, right? And then .env. .env, that library help us to connect all the things with .env file, and then yeah, Cloudinary config, and then all the cloud name, API key, API secret. It's pretty simple, right? Then MongoDB. Now we have to integrate MongoDB, so we can communicate with MongoDB, right? This is a Mongoose library. Okay, this is a Mongoose library. In this library, we have a lot of things. Okay, we have a lot of things, and then also .env. And .env config we have to call. So remember, this .env config you have to call on the top of your code, and we are using asynchronous function because it takes time, right? So when you use asynchronous function, you have to use await because it takes time. And this is the Mongoose library. As I told you, we have different type of method, and one of them connect each one of them, right? So you have to call connect, and then you have to pass this Mongo URL. So process env Mongo, right? So yeah, this is my Mongo variable name inside environment variable, and this is the process env, right? And then we console log, connect to MongoDB, so we can see on backend, and then catch error. If connection is fail, we can see, and then process. It's very helpful on production level, because if you don't put it here, 1 means failure, 0 means it's success. So which means let's say if you don't put here, so if your project is crash, so you can't not yeah you can't see any error. So it's like so you cannot debug it where is the problem, right? So make sure put on here. This is a MongoDB, then multi-storage. So to handle our upload file, maybe image, maybe video, so we are going to use multi-storage. You can use Express file handler, but multi provide you more customized things. You can customize based on your requirement, what you want, right? So I think that's why multi-storage is very popular, and this is just boilerplate from Malta, nothing else. You can search on ChatGPT or any AI tools, you can get that. So this is a multi-storage, and this is a multi library. This is a path, and we are using this file URL to path, and then fs it's also built-in library, and then we convert all the things into file name and dr name, like directory name, because built-in it's not available, so we have to create manually. So that are the things which we assign here, and then we have to create a temporary folder, because all the image first exist on temporary folder on a local, and then it automatically will be deleted once it completed, right? So this is the code, nothing else. And then we have to sanitizer, which means we have to control our file name. This line of code is all about. I just replace all the unexpected unexpected file name or extension, and this is the storage, multi-storage. So based on it, you can customize here, right? So just I do pretty simple things. This is the destination and request file and callback function. So in callback we provide null and temp path, and then file name. Inside file name we have request file and cv callback function, and the name, and then extension and file name. It's pretty simple. So if you don't understand, please copy it, paste on ChatGPT. You can understand deeper, because this is a boiler code, nothing else. So yeah, this is the multi-storage. So yeah, now you already complete our config folder code, right? It was pretty simple. And now let's create models. So we have 3 models. First, user model, video model, and comment model. So this is the user model. So user, like on YouTube, you can maybe you can watch video, you can upload video, you can like, you can comment, right? So this is the things we are going to achieve. So first of all, when you create your account, so we want to extract, we want to get some data from you. So yeah, so first we import Mongoose from Mongoose library, and as I told you, Mongoose have different type of method, and one method was connect. Now schema is one of them, schema model. We are going to talk about that, the schema. So this schema allow you to create data modeling object. So you can create your data modeling object, right? So yeah, with schema. So it's called schema. And then first we are so inside inside this schema method, we are providing two curly brackets. First bracket, all the data we are going to extract, we are going to get. And second curly bracket or second parameter, we are putting our time stamps. Whenever user create their account, they automatically they can create a timestamp, right? Create at and update at. So yeah, this is helpful. So this is the first, inside this first curly bracket we are going to create. So this is the username. So type string, require true, unique value true, trim true, and minimum length. So you have to put at least 3 characters of your username, similar to name, minimum 3, maximum 30, and then email. So this is the just email validation. This is a validator you can get from ChatGPT or anything, right? So it's a boiler thing. And then password, profile image. So type is string and default empty. Let's say if you want allow users, if user don't provide their image, so you can do that. Here you can put um, a default avatar or image URL. Okay, so if user don't provide, so your default URL image will be as a default. So yeah, but here I want them to put their URL and then gender and then save videos and live videos. So we have two reference. Okay, so guys, so as you saw, like as I showed you uh, on my project, like on library page. So you saw that if user saves and like all the document we can save on library. Okay, so how we can do that? Even I think you save video on YouTube, and also you can check out that things on library or your profile account, right? So how we can do that? So on MongoDB we called collection, right? So inside collection, so this is the user. Okay, this is the user document, and then uh, inside collection, so it's gonna be user collection. Okay, we name it users, right? And it become users, so it become a user collection. So inside user collection we have yeah, you can see a lot of document, right? User document, and inside user document you can see this is a one document. Okay, if I talk about yeah, with this structure you can see one document, right? Because our platform should be open up for everybody, as many as user, yeah, they can join, right? So yeah, so save audios, it should be array, because a lot of document we can hold on it, we can store on it, right? So inside array we have curly bracket. Okay, so here we are, this is the video ID. So inside this field we are refer video ID, right? Not only we are refer also video ID, not just only object ID, and then we refer video. So you can provide entire, so you can see entire document, right? If you only just put a string and then you can refer just ID, so you cannot see the entire document. You can get only ID, but you want to see entire document, right? So yeah, save videos and like videos, similar to you have to refer a video, and here we are put a time, right? Yeah, and then we just assign users, The Mongoose, it's a library, as I told you, and this is a model method. So model is one of them, like it is one of the Mongoose method. So we can call with passing two things. User, so it's a singular, but on MongoDB it becomes plural, and then user is schema. So we are defined and then we assign here. So it's not complete because you want to use this, user model or user schema on your other file. So you have to export. So here you are export user. This is the user schema. So similar to, you have to create other schema. But on this schema, I spent more time. But on video schema, similar to, okay, I'm gonna just walk you through. We import similar mongoose, and the way we did in user model, similar things we are doing here. Video schema, the new, the keyword mongoose schema, similar. First, inside curly bracket, we are structuring our data modeling. On the second curly braces or curly bracket, we are putting a timestamp, right? So first author. So you want to know who upload this video, right? On our platform we have user. User become author. So how we can know? So that is the things we have to refer user. Like type mongoose schema types object ID. Right? It's a mongoose library schema type object ID. Make sure you have to put this way, otherwise it's not gonna work. And then title. So yeah, you also put title, description, category, thumbnail URL, video URL, and tags. Right? So we put array because we want to store multiple tags, and then comments. Also on this video, so we allow user they can comment multiple things, multiple comment. Okay. Now also likes. Here we are storing the likes, so people can like multiple times. No, one user can like one time. So I just in a minute, people can we can store users, and then we become it convert likes. So actually I had a confused, like when I learning coding, is that like how YouTube or any platform increase the likes. I thought maybe they just increase the number. Okay, yeah, so we do it, but how we can understand, like I can only click one, I can only increase one view sieve or one like, because of we are storing, we are refer user document. So you are the one user. So let's say if you click on it, so I can extract your user ID, and then I can track you. So let's say if you click on it again, you cannot increase. But most of the platforms they make it toggle. So if you click on it, you can like. If you click on it again, you can dislike. So yeah, and then view count. So also we are going to achieve, and then viewed by who are watching my content. Because of, as I told you, I want to track you, because you cannot increase more views. So how I can know? There is a way, is that if I put your document inside that array, so I can understand you. Okay, that document already visit that view, or that audio, or that video. Okay, that makes sense. Yes, that makes sense. Also timestamp, and then duration. I think if you want to manually store the duration, you can, but on Cloudinary you can also handle that. So you don't need to put here. But for learning purpose, for showing you, there is existence of this way. So yeah, so this is the learning purpose. So we are going to understand a lot of things and different way, right? Yeah, this is a video model, and we have other things called model, comment model. So on this comment model, inside this comment model JS, we have three fields, just only three fields, right? So similar things, we import mongoose library, and then we just create a new data modeling content, which means whatever text you can send, you can provide from front end, right? That's called content. And then what, who put comment on this video, who you want to track on it. Then audio, which audio you are commenting on, right? So yeah, this is three field we need. And yeah, similar way we did first comment, it's a variable, all the things we assign here, and mongoose, it's a library, model is a method. Inside model we pass two parameters, one comment. Now you can see it's a singular, but if you see one MongoDB, it's gonna be commands, right? Because I told you inside collection, lot of documents you can see and comment schema, and then we export comment, right? So this is the models. This is the three models we should have. So now we already work with this model. Now we are going to work on helper folder. So we have two folder, two files. One is upload to Cloudinary, second is delete from Cloudinary. So we create helper because we are going to use these two files many times, right? So yeah, so this is the separate code, right? The more separate your code is, the more maintainable it is, right? So for maintainable and scalable perspective, you have to make your code as small as you can. So that's why I separately create these two helper function. If you want, you can handle on controller, but yeah, I like to do here. So I think I should zoom a little bit more. Now it's clear. Okay, I think it's clear. So three things we import. First, file system. It's a built-in, path also built-in, and Cloudinary from config Cloudinary. Okay, so yeah, from this folder, and then we create upload to Cloudinary asynchronous function. Inside we pass two parameters. File path, where our file is saved locally. So this file path is side to where should be saved. Option. So whatever data we are going to extract from Cloudinary. So we are passing option, and then yeah, try block. So this is a ext extends. So we are extract the extension, and then we make it lower to lowercase, and then we are providing option. If option resource type is not there, that means it's true. So if it's true, run this block of code, right? So manually we are including these things, like yeah. So we can detect from our file, then we are manually setting it. And option resource type video. So Cloudinary treat audio as a video. So if you upload video, it's treat video. If you upload audio, it's treat audio. It's treat video. So we have video, so it's okay. And if you're not video, so Cloudinary assume it's an image. Okay, so we can handle two things. Okay, and then result, all the things we are extracting from Cloudinary inside this result. Now after doing that, we are we return result, and inside catch block, if the URL is bad, then there is a network issue, or maybe the bad hit, whatever it is, we can throw an error. After that, finally block. So the code should be run or the code should be failure. It doesn't matter. This block of code runs, and it file system dot on link sync, which means your path should be deleted from your local. Okay. Yeah, this is all about upload to Cloudinary, and then similar to delete to Cloudinary. Yeah, same things. We just import Cloudinary config, right? And yeah, file URL resource type as a default import image. And then if file URL is not there, so here we are extracting full URL from Cloudinary. File URL not required for deletion, right? It's required for deletion. And yeah, URL parts. So just we parse the full URL, right? So this is a built-in URL class in JavaScript. So yeah, just we parse preliminary URL inside there, and this is the path name. And then, and here we are extracting everything after uploading. All right. And also here we are remove the version folder name. Cloudinary have this type things. Then remove the file extension. You have to remove. Then now here we are calling the Cloudinary API. So uploader destroy. We are using destroy to destroy the URL. So yeah, Cloudinary uploader, this is the method, and this is the method also. And we are passing public ID, and then it's inside here resource type. All right, and then we return the result. That's it. This is our two helper function. Okay, so we work with this helper function, and now I'm not gonna explain to you right now middleware, because I have to create first controller, then you can understand how it works. Okay, no problem. Okay, so now we have two controller, user controller, video controller. Now I'm gonna work user controller first. Okay, so all the things I imported. Okay, this is the user models. This is a bcrypt.js, JW2 token, JSON web token. Okay, and then right now we created upload to Cloudinary video and delete from Cloudinary. Okay, all the things good. It looks good. Sign up controller. Okay, it's very simple. First, we are extracting. So we are using asynchronous function because it takes time. Export const sign up asynchronous function. We are passing to request response. You have to make sure maintain the sequence. First should be request, second should be response. Request is coming from frontend. Response, it sent the response from backend to frontend. Okay, and here you are destructuring. This is the we are destructuring, so you don't need to put here like request dot body then username. No, this is called destructuring, and we are destructuring all the user data from a requested body. So this data comes this data come from frontend folder. Okay, don't worry guys, trust me, I'm gonna explain to you everything actually how front and back end communicate each other. I'm gonna talk about in detail. So in this block of code we are just existing user. user exists or not. So this is the existing user variable. So yeah, all the things we are assigned here. This is just variable name. We are using await. User is a user document. So we are checking inside this document. But on MongoDB, it's a collection, right? So inside user collection, we are checking. We are finding. What we are finding? We are finding. So this is a MongoDB find one method. So we are finding two things: email or username. This is the OR operator. We are care about two things: email and username, and these two things come from frontend, like requested body. Okay, so here you are. Let's say if email and user exist, that means existing user become true, right? So if it is, then run this block of code, right? So this is a return. I return response, and then status code 400. This is the status code and dot JSON object. So we are passing JSON object. The success false the message like this. We are using ternary operator. I think guys you know existing user dot email. If email inside this email, I think existing email like from MongoDB, from like inside like user document, and this email comes from frontend. If they are matched, show this image message email already registered. If it's not, show this message user already taken, right? Yeah, so this is all about this block of code. All right, next after doing that, which means let's say existing user it's not, that means user are not registered, so skip this block of code, and yeah, then salt. We are using 10 round salt. So bcrypt, it's a library. Inside this library we have gen salt. So this is the method we create to pass 10 round. So yeah, and then we are hash the password. This is a variable name bcrypt.hash. We have a method, and then we are passing password and salt. This password comes from frontend. So yeah, we are extracting from request.body, and then we just hash it, and then we assign hash password in this variable. All right. After doing that, we are handle image upload. Okay. So we are using let, and we are assigned as an empty string. Because at first we don't know, but request.file. We are extracting from request.file the URL, image URL, the file. If it's true, that means users uploading image. So run this block of code. This is the result variable await upload to Cloudinary. Request file path. This path comes from this utility function, right? Right? Yeah. And then we are passing folder name, profile image, and then result secure URL. So inside, so after uploading all the things we are assigned here, so we are just only care about secure URL. This is the URL from Cloudinary, and we are assigned here profile image. So all the things now assigned here profile image, right? This is this block of code is handling uploading profile image. And now after doing that, all the things we are getting, now we have to create an instant object. Some people call instant, some people call object, whatever you like to call. So let's say now we are creating a user instant. This is a new method. It's a key, and user, it's a I think user document. It's come from user model, right? And we are passing the entire object. Whatever data you already structure in in models, that type of data we have to send. Otherwise, you can see the error. So we have the name, okay, name, email, password. So we have this password field. So, but we have to assign here as password. But right now, in MongoDB, that if you have similar name, so we don't need to provide. But right now, username is like this, okay, username. But MongoDB says, hey, if your name is same, so you can assign like this, right? So yeah, that's why the name, email, password. But has password is a different name, and then gender, profile image. So after creating instant, we have to set, because MongoDB wants to know what you're doing. So you have to tell, you have to talk to me, you have to communicate to me what you're doing. So let's say after creating a document, we have to save it. So there is a method save. So yeah, we just we use await user.save, and we call it, and now it's create user document or user instance. And then after doing all the things, we have to send a response to frontend. So frontend can use this user data, right? And user and frontend, where like on frontend you can show all the things to the end user. Okay, because end user means, let's say you are watching YouTube, and that means you are the end users. So you care about the experience, right? Yeah. So yeah, so I sent 201. It's a status code, which means it's okay. The URL, the message, the response is okay, and we are sending a JSON object, and success true, message account created successfully, and then also we are sending user. But here we are just restructuring. So on frontend, we don't need to do that. Already here you are restructuring. So on frontend, just you can access the users, and let's say you need ID, so you can put user. Yeah, it's cool. It's so cool. So because in users we have a lot of things. So if you only just assign users, so you can see a lot of data. But now these 4 things you will see on frontend, nothing else. There is a benefit of doing that. Okay, and then catch block. So we are console log because of a debugging purpose. Also we are sending response 500, which means internal server error. Okay, message false, success false, message error, creating account. So you also can debug further, because you can understand, okay, uploading, when I hit the upload controller or upload endpoint, I'm getting error. So yeah, this message should be meaningful. Okay, so guys, this is the sign up controller. So I explained to you details about it, how it actually works. Okay, now login, a login controller, similar things, export, const, login, asynchronous function, request response. We are using try block. Try block, if you don't know how it works, so inside this try block, all the successful code, all the if there is no error, so it works. If there is error, so we can handle inside catch block, right? So that's like a try and catch. Yeah, So we are extracting email password. It's on login page. You don't need to put other things, just email and password. That's it. And then find user. So we are looking for users. This is the variable name assigned user.find1, and we assign email, and we are just searching with this email on our user connection. If we find, that means it's true, right? And we use not operator, which means if it's true, make it false. There is use case, guys. Like, I think actually when I learned coding, I thought why we should use it, but now you can understand. Let me explain to you. Actually, it's the use case. So let's say we find the email, and now it's a true. So if state says inside this state, if it's true, they run this block of code. If it's false, escape this. Let's say I use not operator. So if it's true, it make false here. If it's false, it will make true here. Okay, so let's say it's true, now it's false. That means it's true, right? That means it's true, right? So run this block of code. Invalid email or password. Right, yeah. So because your email, it's not matching with this email. Yeah. And then verify password. Similar things is password, variable name, bcrypt, and compare. This is a method inside bcrypt library, and we compare this password come from request body and this password from this user, and we are assigned this user help of this user collection. So inside this user, if is password from request body and password one MongoDB or database is matched, then it's become true. If not, it becomes false. Okay, here we are doing same things, and let's say it's true, make it false, and then send the message invalid email or password. So actually, yeah, same message, because for security purpose. Let's see if hacker is there. So let's say here we just providing password and email, so they can understand, okay, right now I have to decode the password. But if you invalid email or password, so they can understand where is the bug, right? So yeah, I think this way people doing it. Yeah. After doing that, here we are. We have to create a JSON object token, because on the browser we are care about cookies, right? And we are sending this token with help of cookie, right? So yeah, we are generating these things. Token, this is a variable name, and JWT, it's a library, and we are importing from JSON object token. You can see, right? JWT. People call it in short JWT, and sign is a method, and then we provide inside this first user ID, and we assign user ID. Guys, just observe, because this user ID is very helpful, because on middleware we are going to use this user ID, and throughout our course, if you want to get authentic users, so you can get with this user ID. Right now I can understand you don't get it, but don't worry, coming soon you can understand very easily. So just I assign user ID in this variable name user ID, right? This is this user is coming from database, and yeah, we have this field ID, and then yeah, it's a MongoDB ID, and we assign user ID, and then we pass process env JW secret. We have this field on environment variable, so whatever secret we put, yeah. So yeah, so we create a token, and it's a 7 days expire. This token is valid just for 7 days. After 7 days, this token will be expired, right? So yeah, so that's, and yeah, now like every platform use token session, right? So here I'm only using token, not session. And then after creating this things token, we are sending this token with cookie. So if you don't use cookie, there is other things you can use, like header, right? But cookie is very simple. So if you use a cookie, okay, so but let's say if you want, let's say your backend should be work with mobile app, so cookie doesn't work because cookie only work on website, web application. So yeah, this is a cookie, right? And we just put it cookie token, and there are two. This is the first variable name, it's a string, and then token, right? And this token is this token, and we assign here HTTP only true, and then secure process dot node environment production, same site is history, and then maximum is 7 days, right? And then we are sending status code and true message login, and here you are users. And yeah, so here we are not yeah, because just yeah, you can structure. So yeah, and it's a catch block, right? Yeah, so it's very easy because login users. Yeah, so we work sign off, and this is a login controller. Now let's understand logout controller. So in logout controller, it's very simple. Just we have to clear our token from browser, like cookie. So if like yeah, if there is no token on browser, that means you are not login user. So yeah, so yeah, when you create login, so we set the token, and then we send response on cookie, right? So yeah, so now if you clear the cookie, that means you are no longer login user. So yeah, so that is logout. And also same things, we HTTP only true, secure, and same site. So this is the logout controller, right? This is the logout controller. And now we're going to explain get authenticate users. So why do you need this controller? Well, and I think before explaining to you this controller, I want to explain the middleware. So this is the easy login middleware, okay, inside this middleware folder. And so first of all, why do you need middleware, and what does it mean? So it means, so let's say you're watching videos on YouTube or maybe other website. So guys, you see without login you can watch their content, but there are certain tasks or actions you can't perform, which means, for example, let's say you want to like, you want to comment, you want to save their content on playlist, you can't do that thing. So how they track? So they track are you logging or not, and once you log in, so people or platform generate cookie or token, and maybe token can be sent with cookies or with headers, but here I'm using cookie. So yeah, so that is the things. And is login means I'm checking, do you have token or not? If you don't, you're not login user. If you have, then you are, right? So yeah, That is middleware is all about. And middleware will be multiple middleware inside one route. So let's say if you want to upload content, you should be logged in. But let's say if you want to watch video, it's not necessary, right? So yeah, similar things I'm going to implement. You can watch my content, you can search my content, but you can't do certain tasks. For example, like, maybe comment, or maybe save. You can't do on this platform, right? So that's why I need a middleware where I can handle those logic. And middleware is very simple, like this. So we import JSON web token, and I create a function, and then I export it, and guys, remember, request response next. Next is, if you call this next, so you can add multiple a middleware. So that's where you need a next try block. It's a token variable name, okay, and I assign this token from request.cookies.token. This cookie and this is the token name, guys. This token comes from this token, right? So yeah, and now after that I'm checking with if state. If token is not exist, authenticate failed, token not provide, please log in to access this resource. Right, so you can see this message a lot. Right, if you refresh your platform, then yeah, if you're not logged in, so I can show you this message, please log in to access this resource. Right, this is a login middleware. And let's say if you have a token, let's say you have token, so I assign here JW to verify. I try to verify the token you have is same the token I store on backend, or or maybe like my database. So here I'm matching. So there is a method called verify. This is the token. This is the first parameter. It's a second parameter, and it's a third parameter. Inside this parameter, we pass callback function. And this parameter, it's a token. Token string. And this is the JWT string, like secret key. First string, token string, and then second parameter is about secret key, and third is callback function. So this callback function run if the process is complete. The process is successful, then this callback function run. Okay, token, and we are accessing process.env jw secret, and then error, and then decode users. And then if it's true, run this develop code, and let's say we have error, show this message, otherwise assign here. So let's say our code is successful, then run this callback function, and let's say there is no error, so assign this decode users, request.user, and this decode user is, I show you on sign up. Yeah, here you are. This is a user ID. This decode user is this user ID. So let's say if you want to access user ID, you have to put request.userid.userid. Request.user.userid, because now this decode is become user ID, because I'm just extracting extracting that user ID inside decode user ID, right? And then I call next function, next middleware, right? Yeah. and it's a catch block. So it's pretty simple. Just you have to understand there is a token. If you have token, that means you are logging. If you don't have token, you are not. So that is all about login user. And yeah, and now I can explain to you with get authenticated users. So how I can track you? Here we are, and it's asynchronous function because it's take time. Okay, this is the user ID. So here I'm not destructuring. That's why you can see this way I just assign. But if I use destructuring, so I have to use curly inside curly braces user ID, and I don't need to use here. But yeah, these are new things, right? So request dot user, as I told you. So again, because you have to understand the flow of code. Otherwise, I think, and yeah, as I told you, this decode users from login. There is a user ID, and now decode user ID become user ID, and then I assign here user ID. So we can access user ID here. So that is the thing. User ID, and now we have user ID. So inside user ID we have this user ID, right? And then I'm checking if user ID not run this block of code. The message is user not authenticated. After that, I have to fetch all the user data, because this is just only get authenticated user. So this is the current users on frontend. So let's say you log in, and let's say you have maybe you like some video or comment some video, or maybe you save video. So through this route, through this controller, through this endpoint, I can fetch on this route, right? So yeah, and yeah, these are things, and I'm just fetching all the full user info from database, right? So find by ID, this is the user collection. So I'm just looking for this user ID, this user document, and with help of find by ID, this is a MongoDB method. If this exists, it becomes true. So, and I'm just passing select and a minus password. That means exit pass, don't send password, because it's very sensitive data. So I don't want to show you on front end, because hacker can hack. If they hack, they can understand the password, right? So yeah, and then populate. It's a MongoDB method. So inside populate, whatever data you want to structure, you want to get, you can, yeah. So path, say videos.video ID, and model, if you don't put it, it doesn't matter, but I just want to show you. If you remove, it doesn't affect anything. And then select which things you want to show, title, thumbnail, URL. This is the path. Inside users, we have this field, and then inside save video we have video ID field. Okay, so this is the path, and this is the select. So inside video, whatever data you want to show, it's the title and thumbnail URL. That's it. And also similar for live video, right? And after doing that, if user did not exist, so user not found, and then message user. So yeah, you can see this structure data, right? So yeah, and then this is the catch block. If there is any error, you can see. So this is the get authenticate user, right? And now I think every platform allow us to delete our account or update our account. So also I'm going to do that. This is the update user asynchronous function, and here we are. So as I told you guys, here I'm using the structuring. So in this here I'm not using destructuring. So you can see, as I told you, I'm gonna use a lot of different way so you can learn, and it's up to you totally which method, which approach you like most. So but because it's a learning purpose, so I'm gonna show you all the approach, all the ways, right? So yeah, here I'm just restructuring. So yeah, request.users and yeah, user ID. So if you restructuring, you don't need to use 2 times, right? Now also I'm using also, this is the ID, this is the user ID, and this is the video ID, and request.params. And also I'm using restructuring. And also guys, you have to understand one thing is, so the way you destructure here, okay, you have to structure, you have to put one route endpoint. I'll show you, just hold on your curiosity. I'm just explain to you, and then I'm just extract uh, extracting all the request data. Maybe user want to update user ID, maybe name, email, password, gender, whatever they want to, maybe profile image. So I can extract, right? Yeah, and then I'm just checking something, what it is. Only login user update their own account. So yeah, like it's obvious, but the question is, how do I track these users? They are the account they are trying to update, is that account belong to them or not? It's the question, guys. Think about it for a second. I want you to think. Pause the video if you want to think, because there is a logic part, there is a thinking process, right? So yeah, but update users. So this is the users and this is the user ID. I think guys, uh, yeah, like this user comes from middleware, and it's also user ID. Maybe I told you it's a video ID. No, it's a user ID, and this user ID comes from params, means URL. Like yeah, so yes, sorry for that if I told you that. Okay, so middleware user ID and param user ID, if they're not similar, which means, let's say on the screen I can see the profile. So if I try to update, which means that document ID from params, and as a users, I'm a current users. So I'm a current users, so I have user ID from middleware and ID from that document you are watching or you are seeing on frontend. So that ID comes from params and user ID from current user, right? If it's not true, we're using not operator. So let's say it's true, it means both are not matching. So this message 403, which means forbidden, and message unauthorized, you can only update your own account, right? And now I'm looking for user. So ID, this is the params, and find user not found, right? The same things I think we did multiple did, and update data. So now all the things is set up, means you are the users, you are the current users, and the document you are updating, it belongs to you. So all the things okay. But now what type of data you want to update? So first I initialize update data as a empty object, okay, because I don't know what type of data you want to put. So user update with unique check, username and username if is equal to not username, that means same user ID you are putting. So I want to make sure you are putting different user ID if you want to update. So yeah, if it's true, that means you are putting new user ID. Run this block of code, right? So existing username, it's a variable name, and I'm just looking for username inside user collection, and if it's match, assign here. If it's true, run this block of code. That means user already taken. So the user ID you are trying to put, if exists on my on database, that means you're not able to create again that user because it's already taken. Okay, I got it. And if it's false, which means the user ID you are putting on, it's not matching. So run this block of line, run this code, so which means update username and then user.trim. Okay, so I update inside user update object. Similar for email, similar things, but just we are here you are just validate the email format, nothing else. I think I don't want to explain here. Same things. If it's true, run this block of code, which means email and email you are putting, it's not matching. That means true. Run this block of code. You're putting new email. If it's matching, run this block of code. If it's not matching, then assign update. Same things. For update email, gender, same things. And then for password also same. Password. This password comes from request body. And then if password length less than 6, show the message. Otherwise, create chain round salt and then update here, hash it, but you have to hash it, right? And then also for profile image, same things. This profile image comes from request files. If true, run this block of code. So user profile image if exists, then delete, because already you have. So but you want to update, so first you have to delete your previous profile image. So yeah, so here I'm just calling delete utility function, and yeah, and then upload. So you have to upload new one. So yeah, upload profile path, and then yeah, and then I just assign this secure URL inside update data profile image. After doing all the things, now no field to update. If you're not, let's say if you want to, yeah, just no field to update. Just yeah, you can make it yeah, you can make it right empty, so you can. And then after doing all the things, you have to make sure update users, like find by IDs, and then you have to set update data, right? You set and then you make it true. And now you don't want to send password, save audios, and like audios, and then you response user update successfully, and then you structure here, because on backend you don't need to show again ID, username, name, email, profile image, gender, right? So yeah, it's pretty simple, similar catch block. So I think you can understand now. So this is the update users. It's a huge controller, I can say. And now delete users, right? Here you are. Same things. We are destructuring. We are destructuring user ID from middleware and also from params. And also here you are checking if you're not login users. So if you are login users, and if your user ID and the user ID you want to update its match, then you are eligible to update or delete. So similar things with this block of code. I'm just validate, and here also I'm looking for user ID, and then here I'm delete the profile image first, because maybe you delete your account, but I have to delete your profile image from Cloudinary, otherwise it exists. And not only that, but also I have to delete your wall video, right? If you upload video, so yeah, for user videos it's a variable name, and I find author ID with help of this ID. If it exists, it's become true. And now I use for loop, video user videos, and then I'm just deleting here. If video thumbnail exists, delete from, or if video URL exists, delete also. And then I use video dot delete many author ID. So this delete many delete all the user ID, right? And then also remove user video from save and like list of other users. So because maybe you have the users, because you save videos and you like video, and all the things you store here on your, let me show you the controller. User model, right? So yeah, so let's say you want to delete your document or your user, so you have also, let's say you save 3 video, for example 2 live. So the backend, the MongoDB, the database store all the things, but I don't want to store because you already want to delete, so I have to delete from that field. So yeah, this block of code is doing that. So yeah, we are using update many, and this is the method on MongoDB, update many users, and then save, it's a field name, and then ink, I'm checking user video, and then map video ID if exists, and then use pull means remove, say video ID, user video map, remove. And for similar to live, and after doing that, now it's time to delete from user document. So find by ID and delete. I send the ID and then it's delete. And also I have to clear the cookie. So res clear cookie token, and then yeah, and then message user account and associate data deleted successfully, right? So this is the delete users. This is the delete users. So we already understand, we already create all user routes, user controller, sign, login, logout, get authenticate users, update users, and delete users, right?